Take a look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every walk of life, every creed and color, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. 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 In the name of love. We come together. 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 In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. We come together. We come together.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Unity of Springfield. We're going to get started with our service this morning with a song in the Blue Book, number 10, Good Morning World, number 10.
Good morning, world. Good morning, universe. I'm on my way to a wondrous day. I thank God now for great and glorious things, and I'm excited. Great things are coming my way. Here comes the sun up in the sky. Here comes a bluebird passing by. And all the world awakes to say, may joy be yours today. Good morning, world. Good morning, universe. I'm on my way to a wondrous day. I thank God now for great and glorious things, and I'm excited. Great things are coming my way. Here comes the sun up in the sky. Here comes a bluebird passing by. And all the world awakes to say, may joy be yours today. May joy be yours. Oh, you're going to do the whole thing again?
Yeah, we do it 3 times.
3 times. Here we go. Good morning, world. Good morning, universe. I'm on my way to a wondrous day. I thank God now for great and glorious things, and I'm excited. Great things are coming my way. Here comes the sun up in the sky. Here comes a bluebird passing by. And all the world awakes to say, may joy be yours today. May joy be yours today.
Well, we have lit this candle as a part of our connection to the greater unity movement. We hold individual ministries in prayer. And this week, we hold all the ministries in the state of Wisconsin, a state familiar to me in terms of churches I've served, having served one there. So let's think of the state north of us, all the people there. Let's expand our gaze from a higher perspective, looking back at the world, the globe upon which we live. And we see it as a place of abundance. We see it as a place of loving connections, a place of spiritual growth and joy. And we are grateful and give thanks. And so it is. Amen. And now we'll have Linda Cantor come up and share as our platform assistant and some other things too. So.
Good morning. Good morning. We are so glad you're here today. We extend a special welcome to those of you visiting for the first time. And on your way in today, you should have received a welcome packet. We also have a gift for you. Please see one of our greeters after today's service. Unity is a worldwide spiritual movement. We are an inclusive community, and we welcome all people. Our announcements for today: Unity's Youth and Family Ministry is collecting school supplies. Please bring your donations through August 10th and drop them into the bin outside the youth room. Be sure to attend the Sunday service August 10th for the blessing of the backpacks. Would you like to be involved in a Unity music event? Anyone interested is invited to the preliminary meeting today in the youth room at 11:30 to brainstorm and start coordinating the event. Your input is welcome. Reiki treatments will be offered after the service today in the chat room. Use the sign-up sheet located in the foyer or ask any one of our Reiki practitioners, the guys wearing the orange lanyard, to receive a free 12 to 15 minute treatment. If you are number 1 or number 2 on the sign-up sheet, go to the chat room after the service to begin your treatment. Other participants, please continue to enjoy fellowship in Margaret Kane Hall until you're called by one of the practitioners. The 9 a.m. Spiritually Speaking class on Sundays is currently studying The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity by Catherine Ponder. Everyone is welcome to attend, and we have books available from our bookstore. Wednesday at 5:30 p.m., Karen Kelly will lead the Gathering Meditation via Zoom, creating a sacred space for quiet, introspective meditation. Join us next week after the Sunday service for our monthly fellowship potluck and birthday celebration. Bring your favorite dish to share. And I was told that the hospitality team will be providing fried chicken. So plan your additions around that. You are invited to participate in the monthly Healing Crystal Bowls meditation with Peggy Patty on Thursday, August 7th at 6 p.m. Immerse yourself in the soothing, healing vibrations as we send harmony, peace, and balance into our community and into our world. A suggested love offering of $15 is suggested but not required, I think. Reverend Alden Studebaker's summer talk series, The Spirituality of the Beatles, will run through July and August. Check out flyers for the details. Emails are sent out weekly that have information on current happenings and how to join in events. To sign up for our emails, ask a greeter for a yellow card to fill out or visit our website to subscribe. Also, check out our website for up-to-date information at all small letters, unityofspringfieldil.org. We would like to give a special thanks to Doris Harlock. We appreciate your card ministry, sending birthday wishes and well wishes. Creating our lives and our world through the thoughts and beliefs we hold in mind is a spiritual principle we practice at Unity of Springfield. We also know this truth. Together, there's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And our vision statement together. A world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. Our mission statement. We recognize God as love, individualized in all people. Therefore, we provide a positive environment for spiritual growth that empowers all to be God's love in the world. And our youth and family ministry affirmation. Our youth and family ministry empowers the next generation with loving kindness and acceptance, creating a safe, sacred space for children, teens, and young adults to explore, discover, and experience spirituality. And now I'm going to change hats and read the daily word. And our word for today is authentic. I live proudly as my authentic self. One of the best ways to feel the fullness of my divinity is to express the uniqueness of my humanity. There's no one on earth who's exactly like me. No one who has my history and experiences. No one who has my particular talents and gifts. I make the world a richer place when I show up as the person I am. If I'm too timid to share my gifts, if I carry shame or regret about my past, or if I feel afraid to let others see the real me, I'm not being my authentic self. Authenticity means being who I am with confidence. I'm a divine being, a child of God. I take my place in the world with joy, knowing I belong here just as much as everyone else. Rooted in my divinity, I celebrate my humanity by being my authentic self. And from Romans chapter 8, verse 14, for all who are led by the Spirit of God are children of God. Again, our word for today is authentic. And if you'll join me in the affirmation, I live proudly as my authentic self. Before we hear today's meditation and message from Reverend Alden, let's sing Sunlight, page 114 in our hymnal. Sunlight, where there seem to be shadows,
where there seemed to be sorrow, sunlight where there seemed to be pain. Sunlight is the truth of my nature. Sunlight is God shining through me. Sunlight where there seemed to be darkness. Sunlight where the clouds seemed to be. I let my light shine and the obstacles vanish. I let my light shine and the light casts out fear. I let my light shine and the radiance heals me. I let my light shine and my way is made clear. Sunlight is the truth of my nature. Sunlight is God shining through me. I let my light shine and my world is illumined. I let my light shine and the light sets me free. Thank you.
Thank you to Yang and Linda for all of our congregational music. And we now have an opportunity to just let go. Let go and let God flow through us fully, freely, without being encumbered by anything. For we are here in this moment to fully open our hearts, our minds, our whole being to the flow of the infinite Spirit of God. And so we enter into meditation without expectations, without wondering how we're going to do it. We free ourselves from any demands, any requirements. This is a time of letting Spirit be Spirit through us. And so as we breathe in the energy and life of Spirit. We breathe in the love and power of God. And with each breath that we release, we feel ourselves becoming more and more relaxed, more and more comfortable with ourselves and being here in this moment. There is within each one of us an inner radiance, an inner light. Jesus referred to this light more than once. And most dramatically when he said, "Let your light shine. Let it shine through you." When we think of light, we think of illumination. We think of lumens And how bright is that light? Well, imagine that the light that is within us is even more intense and more powerful than our own sun. When Jesus said, "You are the light of the world," he was referring to that sun within us. We just sang about sunlight. Well, what is that? It is the light of 10,000 suns. It is the light that is at the source and at the core of our universe. And yet, amazing to us, that source is within us. Each one of us. Everyone on this planet Earth has that same inner light. And it's very easy to forget that this is the truth about ourselves and others. We become distracted by the events going on around us, the movement of emotions and thoughts within our own minds. And in that experience of distraction, we temporarily forget the truth. But right now, in this moment, let us feel that power of God's light radiating from our hearts throughout our physical bodies, radiating through our emotions, our mental activity, bringing about wholeness, steadiness, and clarity. And through this inner attunement, we become like lighthouses on a far out piece of land jutting into the ocean, showing light to the ships at sea. We, each of us, become lights for the world. If we want the world to be a better place, let's just start with the light that is already within us and go from there. And just let that light shine on everything that needs a blessing, whether it's something in our own lives, the lives of family or friends, or somewhere else in the world. We let our light shine, and we are grateful. And so let us sit in the silence and quiet and peace of this place, or wherever you're experiencing this time of meditation, letting that beacon of light that we are shine forth for a moment in the silence. through this process of inner attunement, of opening our hearts, our minds, and our whole being to the light that is within us, we not only receive the transformation of our lives that we need, but we become an example, a beacon to others to discover that same experience within themselves. And for this time of meditation and inner reflection, we are grateful and give thanks in the name and through the power of the living Christ presence within ourselves. And so it is. Amen. Well, allow me to thank everybody who makes this service possible. And we have our staff today in the music. There they are, Gay and Linda. It's a big Linda day because we also have Linda Cantor, who's been on the platform and doing the daily word and a whole bunch of stuff. Back in the technical booth there, it is a Studebaker experience. We have Donna and Danny, and Ruth and Carol, our greeters, and Chris Farashon, who's not here physically, but works from afar in Ohio for us, putting together slides, putting together announcements, and keeping all of these people I mentioned together on task, working in the right direction. So I want to thank her. Welcome to everybody watching us on YouTube and Facebook today. So we continue with our series on the Beatles, the spirituality of the Beatles. And through this, we go through a process. We listen to the song. And when we listen to the song, it's not the original Beatles, but somebody else who loves the Beatles and decided, hey, I think we can do this song. So we listen to a tribute or a cover. And then we show through that the influence the Beatles music has had on so many people and talk a bit about the artist. And then we look at the background of the song itself. We look at the lyrics, we look at the music, and then from that we glean an interpretation for ourselves and a how-to of how to maybe live our lives a little bit differently. So today's song, we've already sung it in one of our hymns this morning. Remember? Here Comes the Sun. It was one of the lyrics I remember. It was the first song, wasn't it? Yeah, one more. The second, yeah. Here Comes the Sun. How many of you had this album growing up? Mm-hmm. You still have it? Mm-hmm. I was talking with Donna about owning record albums back when we were teenagers, and of course, they seemed to be so expensive back then. But this is one album that she had, and she told me a story about how when she went to the Youth of Unity conference in Unity Village, Missouri, and she came from the Lansing area of Michigan, and they went on a drive. You know, they drove all the way to there, and in the car they were in, they had a cassette of Abbey Road that played over and over and over again. And you know, if you're going to have just one cassette to listen to, you couldn't do much better than that one. Here Comes the Sun. It's a George song. Guy in the far left. George wrote this song. And it's one of the very frequently covered songs of the Beatles. There are a lot of people who've done it. I literally, in my investigation of this song, found hundreds of YouTubes of people doing Here Comes the Sun. How do you choose just one? Well, here's the one I chose.
comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cool, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Little darling, the smile returning to the faces. Little darling, I feel like years since been here. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. It's alright.
Is it like that? There's just a certain, I don't know, energy, feeling about how they presented that song. Who are these guys? Yeah? Here they are. Salvador and Augustin. A couple of guys from Buenos Aires, Argentina. And the style that they did this in, if you've ever been on YouTube or you watched Saturday Night Live in 1976, George Harrison and Paul Simon did this song together on Saturday Night Live, and they decided to do it kind of like one was Paul Simon and one was George Harrison. So who are these guys? I had to do a little more research to figure out who they were and piece together information, because they're not a huge YouTube act with a big fancy website and all, really slick. I mostly found information about them looking through their Instagram pages. And what I gather is that there are a couple of guys who like to get together and play older music from the 60s and into the 70s. And they especially like to play Beatles music. And sometimes they partner with other musicians when they need an extra instrument or an extra voice to make the sound better. Let me give you an example here.
That boy took my love away. He regretted someday, yeah. This boy wants you back again. That boy isn't good for you, but he may want you to. This boy wants you back again. Oh, and this boy wants to be happy, just to love you. But oh my, that boy wants to be happy. Tell is seeing you cry. This boy wouldn't mind the pain, would always feel the same. But this boy got you back again. This boy, this boy, this boy, this boy.
It's almost uncanny to listen to them. You can hear the slight accent. Again, their native language is not English, it's Spanish. But to hear this kind of music, I suggest you check out their YouTubes, Instagram. They also do some music in Spanish as well. I think they're great, and I'm so happy I could just have them be a part of our introduction to this song today. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, do, 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 do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Little darling, the smile's returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. I almost feel like singing it when I'm saying it. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Fifth time. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun. It's all right. It's all right. It's a simple song. But you know, to write a song, it's not something that just comes through in a 30-second flash and you write it down, or through automatic writing or something like that. No, it takes time to put a song together. It took some time to put this song together. George Harrison wrote most of this song in Eric Clapton's backyard. Y'all know who Eric Clapton is. I'm going to assume you do. Here's the backyard, right down there. That's that little starter house that Eric Clapton lived in. This is called Hurtwood Edge. It's in Ewhurst, Surrey, if you're wondering where it was. Pretty nice garden you can see in the back. When English people talk about their garden, they're referring to their backyard. United States, we say backyard, but so gardens in English houses are really neat to just sort of hang out in. You can see here, remember my family hanging out in an English garden, happy, smiling face. This is in Crawley, in West Sussex. I don't know if I'm saying that the correct Sussex accent, but you know what's interesting about this garden right here? It's only 20 miles from Eric's garden. And to think that we were that close, we could have dropped by and said, Eric, can we hang out in your garden? Can I borrow a guitar? Jam a little? I'm sorry, I'm digressing way too much here. The lyrics that George was writing was an experience where he had time to have a bit of a break from all of the business affairs of being in a band, and the relief of the arrival of spring after a very long, cold winter. You know, talks about that in the song, doesn't he? In 1969, there had been such a winter in England, where February and March were very, very cold. A long, cold winter. And then in April, they had record sunshine, 189 days. And when George finished the song, he went somewhere where the sun shines almost all the time. Sardinia. Lots of sun there. I haven't been there, but I'd like to go see it someday. Yeah. You're right. What's around you? If you're a writer of books, sometimes you just take stuff from your life experience. I know that from experience. When you write songs, what's going on in my life? How do I feel about it? That's what George was doing. And he tuned into the creative spirit. And then he took it in the studio. The Beatles recorded Here Comes the Sun at London's EMI studio on July 7th, 1969. That's also known as Abbey Road Studios today. And they did it without John. John was recovering from a car accident. And so it was Paul and George and Ringo, and then George Martin, you know, the fifth Beatle, you've heard of him, right? Who put the song together. Now, what's interesting about Here Comes the Sun, it was not released as a single. You think, gosh, a song that this well-known and this popular would have been on a single, but it wasn't. I think it would have been great if they had, you know, put it with Something, another one of George's songs from that album, but that ended up with Come Together. Okay, probably sold well. Here Comes the Sun is a song of optimism, of renewal, of rebirth. It has an upbeat melody, a steady progressive beat, and it's all about new beginnings, even though you may be going through the darkest times. Even in the darkest times, eventually the light begins to shine, it begins to dawn. In simple terms, this song's message is one of hope. Hope. And I think that's why it's so popular and why people love hearing it played, while so many musicians, including me, love to play the song. I get to do that at the end of my talk. Keep me in prayer. Thank you. And when I sent out the email about the service on Friday, I put some other artists' versions of this song at the bottom of it so we could kind of get into the spirit of Here Comes the Sun. Hope is something that we humans need in order to take the next step, whatever the next step is in our lives. To move forward, even when we don't want to. To make progress in our lives. To say yes to life and to what's possible when we think there really isn't anything in front of us. Hope is a state of consciousness that is the beginning, the development of another spiritual power that we use all the time. And you probably know where I'm heading with this. It's faith. So we can think of hope as training wheels of faith. Right now, in our world, there's a lot of turmoil. Would you agree with me? Our world may seem a little bit like this. The world, all the stuff that seems to be kind of going on. How are we doing with that? Are we feeling okay? We're not okay. Some days better than others. You always hear people in the media use the word unprecedented to the point where it seems almost cliche. But it's not that right now is unprecedented. I'd rather use the word noteworthy. Even historic, although every moment's historic if you think about it. It's history, right? And they, whoever they are, they'll write about this period of unsettledness in the history books. But it may not make us feel any better about it, though. There's a lot of stress going on with all 8 billion of us living on this planet. And the earth itself seems to be going through a little bit of stress, too. Letting off some steam. Because when you go through stress, you got to let off steam, right? They got to get back into sync. This is the earth letting off a little steam. I love volcanoes, to be honest. I've never seen this volcano. This is in Iceland. This is going off right now. There's also a huge volcano going off in the state I grew up in Hawaii right now. Kilauea. Oh, God. Have you seen some of the spectacular eruptions from that? Maybe online. Incredible. We have to think of ourselves, the animal kingdom, and the earth as connected, as sentient. We don't think of the earth as sentient. We kind of look at it in only scientific terms. It's like it's a rock and it's got magma inside. There's the magma, by the way. There's a lot of magma there. Yeah. But it's sentient. You got to think that maybe the earth feels a little bit of the unsettledness going on. And so what we're experiencing maybe right now is this sense of instability, this unpredictability, that maybe before things were more predictable and now it's, well, what's next? We'll see. So on a global scale, there is this instability that is encompassing just about everything from politics to economics to the social interactions with people to environmental challenges. But here's the thing for every one of us. We can't just go and hide under the bed. Can we do that? Well, we can try. I don't think I could fit under our bed. And the reason why is that's not why we're here. We're not here in this life to hide under beds or to shy away, even if we're feeling not quite ourselves. We're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to contribute to the greater good of the universe. That's why we're here. And we're here to use hope that then morphs into faith to help us do that. Emily Cady, the writer of Lessons in Truth, Unity's first book, said, "Faith does not depend on physical facts or on the evidence of the senses because it is born of intuition or the spirit of truth ever living at the center of our being. Its action is infinitely higher than that of our intellectual conclusions. It is founded on truth." So what gets us through these periods of uncertainty or unhappiness or darkness? What helps us do that? Well, it's something beyond our intellectual capabilities. It's something that she calls intuition, which is the direct infusion of spirit into our consciousness. And really, it's not coming down from above, it's coming from within ourselves. And this is the power of faith. It doesn't depend upon everything out there. It depends upon what's inside. In the book of Hebrews, we read now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. So when we begin to release the uncertainty and the fears and the worries and all the stuff clogging our faith, all the stuff that's disengaging our faith, our hope for the future morphs into faith, changes into assurance and expectancy. The spirit of truth that is within every one of us finally begins to flow, or at least we feel like it's starting to flow. And if we go from maybe thinking things might work out to the confidence that they are working out. There's a difference, isn't there? From hoping it's going to work out to, it's going to. We can feel it, and we know it, because we've got that sense of assurance. And so then we can, once we move from hope to faith, we can take the training wheels off. We just ride our bike as we were intended to ride our bike through life, engaged with our faith. And then the sun comes out after a long, cold winter and erases away the uncertainty. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Let's do it together. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's all right. It's going to be all right. We're all right now. And you remember that slide I showed you earlier of Donna sitting in an English garden? It was kind of gloomy, cloudy, very dark. The sun came out, and she had to pull her hood over her jacket. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Here comes the sun. I say, I just love that song. I love this song so much. When I came in this morning, I went to the piano to make sure my guitar was in tune. I think it is. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, I say it's all right. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, I say it's all right. Sun, 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 here he comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, I feel like ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, I say it's all right. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, it's all right. It's all right. Thank you. We now have an opportunity to share of our love, of our treasure with our ministry. So if you came today with a gift to share, we have bowls in the front and back of the church to receive your gift. If you'd like to give electronically, well, you just go to our website, Unity of Springfield IL, remember, put the IL.org. Go to the donate link. There should be a link coming up on the screen there for those watching online. You can text to give at 217-335-4121, or mail us a check at 417 East Cordelia, Springfield, Illinois, 62703. So that's how you do it. And now, let us move on in our service to the offering blessing together. Oh, through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful. Amen. Hey, look who's coming in here. It's our youth and family guys. Hi there. Look at them. Looks like they're partying. Oh, I think there maybe is a little bit of a party coming right after the service today. How you doing? Good? Everybody's good? Yeah? You guys want to join together in saying the prayer for protection? Do you know the prayer for protection? Well, we do. Okay, so let's all do it together, shall we? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, and all is well. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's form a circle as we sing, "Let there be peace on earth."